Chapter 12, A Hard Bargain. That afternoon we talked Miss Daisy into letting us go to Mr. Klutz's office for a meeting. "We need to speak with Mr. Klutz," Andrea told the school secretary. "It's very important." "It's a matter of life and death," Ryan said. The secretary let us in. Mr. Klutz wasn't hanging from the ceiling or anything. He had on boxing gloves and he was punching his punching bag. "May I help you, kids?" he asked. "Go ahead, AJ," Andrea said, giving me a shove from behind. "Mr. Klutz," I told him, "we have come to make a deal with you." "Really? What kind of deal?" "We decided that we will read 1,000,000 minutes with our parents, but only if you don't jump off the roof." "Only if I don't jump off the roof?" he said, looking puzzled. "But I was going to jump off the roof as an incentive to encourage you to read with your parents at night." "Well, we're going to read with our parents at night as an incentive to make you not jump off the roof." "This is highly unusual," Mr. Klutz said. "I thought the principal should offer the students incentives, not the other way around." "Your incentives have been getting more and more dangerous," Andrea told him. "We're afraid that you might get killed trying to help us learn." "Yeah, and if you die, we'll feel guilty," I added. "Now let me get this straight," Mr. Klutz said. "I offered to jump off the roof if you read 1,000,000 minutes at night with your parents. But you are saying you will only read 1,000,000 minutes with your parents if I don't jump off the roof. Correct?" "That's right," we said. "What if I jumped off the basketball backboard into the gym into a swimming pool filled with foam blocks?" Mr. Klutz asked. "Would that be okay?" "No," we all said. "Can I wear a suit made of bubble wrap and jump off the stage in the auditorium?" "No." "No jumping off anything," Andrea insisted. "Not if you want us to read, or write, or do math. That's our final offer. Take it or leave it." "You drive a hard bargain," Mr. Klutz sighed. "Okay, I won't jump." "Have a nice day," we all said. Chapter 13, Poor Mr. Klutz. The kids in the other grades were disappointed when they heard that Mr. Klutz had changed his mind about bungee jumping off the roof of the school. Some of them were even mad at us for stopping him. But when it was announced that there would be a field trip to the water world if we reached our goal instead, they stopped being mad. Water World is probably the coolest water park in California. A few days before vacation, the school still hadn't reached our goal of 1,000,000 minutes of reading with our parents. It looked like we were not going to make it in time. Then Mr. Klutz got on the loudspeaker during the morning announcements. "Students, there are 3 more nights to go before vacation," he told us. "I hate to do this, but if you don't reach your goal by Friday, the field trip to Water World will be called off, and I will have no choice but to jump off the roof. Have a nice day." After hearing that, everybody started reading with their parents like crazy, even the 6th graders who say that reading isn't cool. Everybody wanted to go to Water World. We reached 1,000,000 minutes the day before school let out for vacation. The field trip to Water World was awesome. They had about 100 giant water slides, and in some of them, you slid in the dark with laser beams shooting all over the place. We got to eat as much pizza and ice cream as we wanted. They also had one of those giant inflatable moon bounce thingies where you jump around like crazy inside it. After water sliding, eating all that junk food, and bouncing in the moon bounce, I thought I was going to throw up. It was the greatest day of my life. Me and Ryan and Emily and Andrea and Michael went looking for Mr. Klutz to thank him. We found him standing next to the moon bouncy thingy. "Great party," I told Mr. Klutz, and we all gave him a big hug. "If you ask me, you're the greatest principal in the history of the world." "Thanks, AJ." "See, you didn't need to bungee jump off the school to make us learn," Andrea said. "I guess not," Mr. Klutz said. He was looking up at the moon bounce. "But I was just thinking, if we brought one of these moon bounce things out in front of the school and I went up on the roof—" "No!" we all yelled. "I wouldn't even need a bungee cord." "No! It's pretty soft." "No!" I think it's going to be very hard work helping Mr. Klutz get over this need he has to do nutty things. Maybe by June, if the whole school works together, we might be able to cure him, but it won't be easy. I hope you enjoyed hearing Mr. Klutz Is Nuts by Dan Gutman and published by Scholastic. I wonder what other crazy things will happen at my weird school.